Alright, here we are back with another monster quick tip. This is PreSonus Studio One, and we're going to take a quick look at setting up buses and VCAs. So it's important to know the difference between a VCA and a bus. Buses actually pass audio through them, whereas a VCA, voltage controlled amplifier, only adjusts the level of what it is controlling, where a bus can have inserts and sends assigned to it to manipulate the audio. Now in this particular tune, I've already set up my drums, which go into this bus here, my drum bus, and you can see that they're all selected up here, and they appear on that one. And I also did the same thing with the percussion group, and these guys are all going to my percussion bus. Advantage for this is I don't have to do any processing per se on individual tracks such as reverbs and things like that. I can actually do it all on the drum bus and free up the CPU power only to work on this bus. That then gets sent to this VCA drums in the back. So we'll scroll all the way to the right and VCA drums, and you can see up here when you click on this, all these little slots tell you what's going into the VCAs, which happens to be the bus for the drums. This way I can control the volume level for the drums with just this fader and automate it as well. Each fader over here, which goes into the drum bus, is automated from that standpoint, so they all keep their relative levels of where they're at. So let's go over and take a look at the bass. We're going to set up a bass bus, and we're going to set up a VCA for that bus. So I want to select all these tracks together, so I click on the first one to highlight it, hold the shift key down, and left click on the last one to highlight each of them. And from here, I'm just going to hover in this space here and right click and get this menu pop up where I can add a bus for the selected channels. I could also add a VCA for the selected channels directly, but I actually want to have the VCA coming off of the bus. So once that's done, you can click here and you see all these bass tracks are actually added in, no matter which ones you use or don't use. And also if we open up the inserts, we can see that we can plug in any inserts for this particular track if we want to do overall compression or EQ or add a little effect to it. So once that is done, we now right click on the same bus again, and we're going to actually choose add VCA for a selected channel. So I have it set up so that all my VCAs appear to the right, and I can shut those off if I need more screen real estate. But I can also, if you come up here to the wrench settings, and you can choose to keep VCA channels all the way to the right, or the bus channels, or the effects. I generally keep all the VCAs to the right and the buses next to the channels they're supporting. So let's go back down here to VCA, and I'm going to click up here to make sure which bus it's coming from as labeled, and this is the bass. So let's go ahead and label the bus, and then what we're going to do is come over here, and now when we click on it, we can see which bus is actually activated with that VCA. So this is our bass bus. And you can also tell which VCA it actually goes to by the notation right below the fader. This has been another monster quick tip from Cape Cod Sound School. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube here, and we'll see you for the next tip.